Spanish side were winless in the team's two most recent meetings during the 2022-23 group stage, and also lost their last semi-final showdown. And Barcelona may have had the better of the club's 12 Champions League clashes overall, winning half, but Inter memorably won the most important so far. Jose Mourinho's experienced squad beat Barca 3-2 on aggregate before tasting glory in the 2010 final against Bayern Munich. European champions for a third time that year, the Milan Giants were runners-up to Manchester City a couple of years back, but they're now intent on going one step further. After matching Barcelona's 19 points in this season's league phase, Inter then defeated Feyenoord home and away in the last 16 before ending Bayern Munich's hopes of reaching a continental final in their own stadium. And Davide Frattesi's late winner in Bavaria set up a tense second leg at the San Siro, where the Nerazzurri held out for a 2-2 draw and edged through a close-fought quarter-final. A notoriously tough to beat Simone Inzaghi's side has suffered just 2 defeats in their last 20 Champions League matches, and Inter's coach now takes charge of his 50th game in UEFA's top competition, becoming the 7th Italian to reach that milestone, and none of the others can match his record of 26 wins. While Inzaghi's well-drilled team have scored 19 goals in this term's campaign compared to Barca's 37, it is their defensive grit that makes them such formidable opponents. So far they conceded just 5 times and kept 8 clean sheets. However, recent results suggest that tired legs and minds could cost them tonight. Inter lost 3-0 to old foes AC Milan in the Coppa Italia semi-finals last week, making it 5 games without beating the Rossoneri this season, and have suffered costly back-to-back defeats in Serie A, having been stunned by a last-gasp goal in Bologna, abruptly ending their 13-game unbeaten streak before exiting the cup to Milan a few days later. Sunday's top-flight fixture brought a 3rd straight loss without scoring as well. Indeed, a 1-0 home defeat to Roma left Inter 3 points behind the new league leaders Napoli, with 4 games remaining, casting doubt over whether they can successfully defend the Scudetto before returning to that task against Hellas Verona this weekend. Inter must first try to rediscover their resilience and keep Barca's brilliant attack at arm's length. Let's talk you through the lineup, starting with Barca's Wojciech Szczesny in goal. Jules Koundé, Pau Kubasi, Inigo Martinez and João Martin are the back line. Frenkie de Jong, Pedri are the midfield two. Lamine Yamal on the right, Rafinha on the left, one of the top performers in the Champions League this season. Dani Olmo located in between them, and Ferran Torres leading the line in Robert Lewandowski's absence. What a huge blow that is for Barca. As for Inter, they line up with the 3-5-2 as usual, which Simone Inzaghi likes to play. Jan Sommer in goal, backline of Jan Bissek, Francesco Acerbi and Alessandro Bastoni. Denzel Dumfries and Federico Di Marco are the wing backs. In the middle is Nicolo Barella, Hakan Çalhanoğlu, and completing that midfield is Henrik Mkhitaryan and is Marcus Thuram and Lautaro Martinez leading the line for Inter. Barca's bench is Ronald Araujo, Gavi, Ansu Fati, Iñaki Peña, the goalkeeper, Pablo Torre, Andreas Christensen, Fermin Lopez, Pau Victor, Eric Garcia, Ander Astrolaga and Hector Fort. And Inter's bench is Stefan de Vrij, Peter Zielinski, Marco Nautovic, Rafael Di Gennaro, Josep Martinez, Davide Frattesi, Christian Aslani, Carlos Augusto, Matteo Darmian, Gabriel Ciccone, Nikola Zalewski and Mehdi Taremi. So ready to get underway here at the Barcelona Olympic Stadium. What a contest this promises to be. 2 different styles. So it's interesting to see which one will come out on top in this first leg. And Inter will just happily avoid defeat, even a 1-goal deficit. They won't see as too daunting headed back to San Siro. But again, Barcelona's devastating attack, as good as Inter's defence has been this Champions League campaign, that Barcelona attack is simply outstanding. We're underway here at the Barcelona Olympic Stadium for the first leg between Barcelona and Inter Milan. Here's Di Marco now, back here to Bastoni. And now it's long from Acerbi down the left-hand side. De Jong looking to win it in the air. It's a flick on for Lautaro Martinez. Thuram holds it up, now lays it off here to Barella, outside of his right foot. Dumfries down the right-hand side, can Inter make the perfect start. Dumfries into the ball, Dumfries is crossed, pumped by Di Marco. Koundé clears, what a start that could have been for Inter. They're still on the front foot. Barella to Dumfries. Dumfries lifts in the cross. Flick for Thuram, oh, it's beautiful! Oh, that's outstanding! Inter Milan, inside 30 seconds, have broken the deadlock. Marcus Thuram, take a bow. That is outstanding. Crossing for the right-hand side. And it was a luxurious, improvised flick with his right foot. Wojciech Szczesny had no chance, and that just trickled agonisingly past him. The precision, the execution was perfect from Thuram. Koundé thought he cleared his lines properly, but it fell to Barella. Short Dumfries, perfect cross from Dumfries. There was a slip by a Barcelona defender, it was Inigo Martinez. And that just let Thuram have a little bit more room, just to flick it deftly with his right boot. And just the execution was perfect. Szczesny full stretch and got nowhere near it. Went into his bottom right-hand corner. The perfect start for Inter, and just the confidence boost they needed to get back scoring again. What a start. And Barca gets back on the way. They'll certainly be rocked by that, but again, plenty of time to readjust themselves. Haven't even played 2 minutes yet. Barcelona 0, Inter Milan 1. Here's Koundé forwards, flick there from Bastoni. And now Çalhanoğlu to Bissek. First time for Bissek to Barella. And now Dumfries. Dumfries plays it backwards to Bissek. Barca trying to press right. Here is Bissek now under pressure on left-hand side by Rafinha. Great pressure from Rafinha. Rafinha puts in a tackle. Did come off Rafinha's left foot last. That's the press in that handy flick 1C as Bastoni's under pressure from Yamal, but plays it off to DiMarco. Little deft touch from him. Now DiMarco tries to link up Lautaro Martinez, but DiMarco does have it. Chips inside. De Jong heads it down to Koundé. Back on halfway with De Jong. Now just behind the centre circle there with Inigo Martinez. Martinez from the centre circle floats out to the right hand side. Nice first touch on Yamal. Yamal into the box. Lamine Yamal cuts inside. Yamal can't beat Bastoni though. And then there for cover is Henrik Mkhitaryan. Great defending there for Mkhitaryan. And also great defend as well, one-on-one. Again, when Yamal faced up, Bastoni stuck to the task brilliantly. Throw for Barcelona, attacking third. Jules Koundé takes. Here's Pedri. Need to get him into the game. Only 3 minutes played. It's Barca 0, Inter 1. Marcus Thuram with the goal inside 30 seconds. Pedri, 25 yards and goal, gliding through the centre. Knocks off to his right to De Jong. Yamal, edge of the box now. Can he get a cross in? Yamal just there, tries to go for the shot, blocked from DiMarco. Falls back to Yamal. Face up DiMarco inside the box. Yamal's delivery towards the back post, just misses Torres. Rafinha keeps in play, headed away. Out the box and Bissek, and then time now for Dumfries to control the ball. Dumfries looks to play it down the line, intercepted. And then Dumfries trying to keep in play, manages to poke it to Bissek. Bissek slams it clear. Drops down to Martinez. Short for Pedri. Now first time for De Jong. Here's Olmo, charging towards box. Olmo plays a 1-2. Good tackle there from Jan Bissek. And now Dumfries clears his line down the far side for Thuram to chase. Martinez though just guides it short to Gerard Martin. Back here now for De Jong. Martin on the ball again, midway inside the entire. Plays it forwards towards Olmo, edge of the box, but well read there by Acerbi to clear. Now Thuram holds it up. Lifts it towards halfway short. Headed down though into the feet of Inigo Martinez by Kabasi. And now it's Pedri in the centre circle. Great start to this match. Barca now looking to get on the front foot. Only 4 minutes played. Barcelona into one. Ball the outside of Yamal's right boot. Can't find Torres, but it is going to be a corner kick. Good pressure from Torres. Couldn't get to the ball, but again, quickly made sure that Acerbi couldn't rest easily on the ball and had to clear it behind for a corner kick. But a moment ago was a teasing cross. Yamal just missed Torres. Torres at the back post. Did reach Rafinha. Kept in play, but Inter got it clear. Barca have a corner. 4.5 minutes played. Can they level things up? Rafinha for the right-hand side. Corner towards the near post. Really poor one. And Mkhitaryan heads away very simply at the near post. A throw for Rafinha to take. Still level with the penalty error. Throws it back on the right-hand side to Pedri. Here's Rafinha. Koundé back to Rafinha. Pedri about 10 yards in the Inter half. Barca have a man down. I think it was DiMarco who clattered into Yamal. And the referee's actually awarded a free kick. And again, perfect start Inter got off to. Just need to stay disciplined now. DiMarco this down the ankle of Rafinha. Got a long time to stay disciplined though. And again, of course, 2 legs as well. So again, only 5 minutes played. Barca 0, Inter 1. Short free kick for Pedri to Yamal. Infield to Pedri now. De Jong. Short hit to Torres. Torres to Pedri. Right inside the box. Pedri keeps his balance. Pedri holds it up. Short for Yamal. And now Yamal on the right hand side. Yamal on the byline, now just inside the box. Yamal drags it back with his left foot, now outside the area. Plays it back to De Jong. De Jong just behind the D, squares it off to Martinez. And now can Martin put it across. Joe Martin lifts it towards the centre. Torres beating the air for Bastoni. De Jong can't get to it before Mkhitaryan. De Jong goes down. Referee just tells him to get on with it. And Dumfries clears out the area. Fourth throw again. Barca. A few players are appealing for a penalty. Well, it did look like that De Jong was beaten to the ball by Çalhanoğlu. So that will just be a throw for Barca. Level the corner in the area. But it's been a good response to Barca. That Thuram goal inside 30 seconds. That lovely deft flick towards goal, which went in the bottom corner. Barca throw it back on the left-hand side. Here is Jules Koundé. Now first time for De Jong. Square for Yamal. About 10 yards into the in-half. Yamal checks back and goes behind him to Koundé. In the centre circle here with Pau Kabasi. Now square for Inigo Martinez. Coming down the inside left. Short in front of him to Rafinha. Joe Martin now in the attacking third. Back here to Kabasi. Now is De Jong back 5 yards in front of the centre circle. De Jong lays it off to the right-hand side to Yamal. Yamal cuts in. Yamal plays it just behind the D. Here's Rafinha, edge of the box. Rafinha lifts it towards the back post. Too high for Yamal. And a simple catch in the end for Jan Sommer. Again, Inter certainly been backed into a corner now. After that dream start. Marcus Thuram, 7 minutes played. Barca 0, Inter 1. And Sommer just rolls it to Bisset. Now back inside to Bisset. Bisset gliding forwards and Bisset goes down. He was fouled there, according to the referee, by Dani Olmo. Olmo protesting his innocence. A nice 1-2 between Çalhanoğlu and Bisset. So free kick for Inter. Bisset goes behind him to his goalkeeper Sommer just outside his area. Sommer diagonal ball, searching for Dumfries. Dumfries heads it down the right. Thuram now trying to turn away from Martinez. Just heavy touch though from Thuram with his right foot. Goes out, play for a throw, taken quickly from Joe Martin. And now De Jong sweeps it across to Koundé. Approaching halfway. Koundé, short left footed pass to Yamal. Yamal now facing up DeMarco. Yamal, ball the outside of his left foot, not hit well enough though, intercepted there from Bastoni. And here's DeMarco. DeMarco now lifts it towards Martinez, takes on the chest, tries to find Brella in the centre circle. Brella gets his toe end on it. And it's in play. Dumfries now looking to get down the right. Can't beat his man for pace, and Joe Martin pokes it back for Szczesny to clear it long. Now it goes straight back to the inter-back line. And there's Francesco Cherby on the bounce. Company guides it back with his head to Sommer. And Inter can build from the back. Sommer in his yellow kit. So giving the ball a quick bounce and then rolls it in the box to Bisset. Is Sommer going to receive it back? He does do. Inside his 6-yard box, Sommer now. Goes through the middle, poor pass and Sommer. De Jong has it. Midway inside the inter-half in the middle. Now it's a nice turn for Yamal. Yamal edge of the box. Yamal enters the area. Good strength there from Bastoni to just shrug off Yamal with ease. And Bastoni now calmly carries out the area. Bastoni's pass going to find Thuram. It just about finds Thuram. There's a little foul there from Olmo. Referee waits play on. Brella drills it low. Goes out playing and the referee's pulled it back for a free kick to Inter. I think the pass from Bastoni wasn't intended though to find Thuram, but it did just eventually reach Marcus Thuram. It was just a little knock on Thuram by Olmo. Again, Yamal trying to cause problems against Bastoni in the early stages, but Bastoni standing up to the task really well. Again, giving DeMarco a huge helping hand on that left side of Inter's defence, and Çalhanoğlu short free kick to Bisset. Now is Barella. Barella's hit it down the right, takes a deflection of Pedri, and that will be a throw for Inter. Again, now they're just looking to have a period just to settle a bit more on the ball. After that amazing start, Marcus Thuram's 4th goal by way his Champions League campaign has Inter in front. Just approaching the 10th minute here at the Olympic Stadium, Barcelona. And you feel like it's going to be a lot more twists and turns though in this tie. And this tie is only 10 minutes old. 180 minutes plus, possibly more to play this tie. Throw taken, headed away on as far as Barella. Just in front of the centre circle is Bastoni. Bastoni right-footed, out to DeMarco. Into the attacking third on the left. Infield now to Mkhitaryan. Back out to DeMarco. Now edge of the box here is Bastoni. Puts the cross towards the back post. Almost found Thuram. It rolls now to Dumfries just inside the box. Plays it behind him to Barella. Barella further infield now. Çalhanoğlu's ball. Search of it. Martinez punched away from Szczesny. Again, bounce in the middle. Shot wide. Oh, flicked off to Martinez. It's into the side netting. Martinez was offside anyway. It was a shot from Mkhitaryan, deflected off Martinez, but Martinez clearly offside position. Thought it went to the back of net for a second though, but it hit the side netting. I don't think Martinez was actually initially offside as well from the cross that came in, which Szczesny punched away, and then he was a mile offside, about 3 or 4 yards off, when Mkhitaryan struck that shot. It was deflected off Martinez into the side netting. Barca have a throw. Just over 10 minutes played it. Barca received the shot inside the first 30 seconds. Marcus Thuram flicking home from a Dumfries cross. It is Barca now in possession. Kabasi just over halfway. Moving slowly, Kabasi now forwards to Yamal. Yamal now edge of the box up against DeMarco. Goes to a nice pass in the box. Torres controls just wide. Great opportunity there for Barca to level things up. Best opportunity so far for them inside the first 11 minutes. Again, Yamal causing all sorts of issues. Played it in field. Control, not the best control, must say, for Ferran Torres. Again, controlled it with his right foot, then bobbled off his right leg and struck it wide of the target. But yeah, I think that bobble off his right leg didn't help his cause, taking that shot on. Bastoni starts off the goal kick, and now it's Sommer out towards the right. Dumfries wins the flick on, and it's flicked in field towards Thuram, but offside given against Nicola Barella. Can be that real engine for Inter midfield, likes lurking out on that right hand side. It's a short free kick from De Jong. 12 minutes gone, Barca 0, Inter 1. Here is Kabasi, short to Koundé and halfway. Back for Kabasi. Kabasi now plays it safe to Szczesny. Left side of his area. Now plays it just over 5 yards in front of him to Martinez. Now Martin. Olmo turns just beyond halfway. Looked to be a foul there from a Cherby on Olmo. It was indeed. Really nice turn there from Olmo. Just beyond halfway. Got across a Cherby. Flicked it with his right foot. Now short free kick play from Barca's Pedri to Jules Koundé. And now Yamal. Just under 15 yards in the Inter half. Hits it off the left knee of DeMarco. Or Barca's throw. That Torres chance was certainly Barca's best so far. Koundé's throw to Yamal. Just approaching the 13th minute here at the Olympic Stadium. Barca 0, Inter 1. Martin down left hand side, can't find Rafinha. Bissek slips over and intercept. Here's Rafinha now, being chased down for Barella. Rafinha pass it in the box, and that's good space covering there for Mkhitaryan to clear away. He's been really well disciplined so far. Mkhitaryan throw from Rafinha. And now here's De Jong. Inside left, just under 30 yards and goal. Place it to Koundé. Now inside right. Koundé about 6 yards to Yamal. Back to Koundé. Barca halfway into the Inter half, inside left with Inigo Martinez. Now Rafinha knocks it short, intercepted from Çalhanoğlu. It's good hold-up play from Bissek, good strength from Bissek there. And now it's short to Mkhitaryan. And the referee just blows the whistle. Looked to be a slight raised arm from Bissek when moving away from his man. It was Bissek against Martin, just brushed the side of Martin's face. I must say that German Martin just slightly making the most out of it. Of course, I can't imagine, obviously it wouldn't be nice with hand coming across your face, but it was a little bit softer reaction. But he has got a free kick out of it, so referee thought it was enough of a foul there from Dumfries on Martin to give a free kick to Barca. So it'll be coming in for the inside left. And Sommer ain't sure everyone's ready, so that's free kick for Barca, just over 25 yards out. So inside left, and looks to be Rafinha to whip this one in left-footed. Rafinha's delivery, and it is punched away from Sommer. Did well there, Sommer now drops it for Yamal. Yamal, just over 25 yards and goal, drills it back into the area. Comfortably headed away there from Lautaro Martinez. Only as far as Frenkie de Jong. Now is Pedri, just inside the centre circle. Short foot, Koundé, inside right, 35 yards and goal. Knocks it out to Yamal. Now level the penalty area. Doesn't have an overlapping run of Koundé. Yamal outside of his left foot, headed away. Now Thuram has it. Thuram, poor touch from him. Pedri plays it back. Quickly passing Kabasi to Koundé. Koundé now under pressure from Thuram. Goes back into his own after Kabasi. Now back over halfway for Pedri. About 7 yards into the Inter half. Slowly coming down the inside right. Forwards to Yamal. Yamal's pass headed away from DeMarco. Nice touch there from Mkhitaryan. And now timing the ball for Bastoni. Chips it forwards. Header one there for Martinez against Thuram. Now Olmo in the centre. Olmo tries to find Rafinha inside the box. Well, referee Jan Bissek just to volley it away with his right boot, but getting into being locked in it. Just over a quarter now played. Barcelona into one. Thuram's flicked finish. Inside 30 seconds. As into front, here's Pedri. Pedri, 30 yards and goal. Inside right, out to Yamal. Again, doubled up on from Mkhitaryan and DeMarco. Back here for Koundé. Barca moving it slowly. Down the centre with Pedri. Pedri right footed, a few yards behind him to Kabasi. First time to Martinez. Now here's Martin. Martin back here with his left foot to Kabasi. Kabasi, 40 yards and goal. Now to his right to Koundé. Rolls it forward and well right there from DeMarco. Yamal trying to put the challenge in. Mkhitaryan clears Koundé. Now to Olmo. First time out for Yamal. Yamal cuts inside of DeMarco. Yamal's pass. Pass edge of the box. Olmo. Olmo now looks the 1-2. Cleared away there for DeMarco. The pass was paid forward from Pedri. Headed down for Kabasi. Getting into struggling to get out here. Now the flag's gone up against Barca when it's headed down for Jules Koundé. Koundé couldn't quite keep it in play. And that will be a throw for Inter. Yeah, good attempt there from Olmo. Look for the 1-2 Pedri. Pedri thought he's barged into. Certainly a cut frustrated figure. It is just nothing happened of that, and it's now just a throw for Inter, just under midway inside their own half, and now it's a throw for DeMarco taken. De Jong to win it back against Martinez. Martinez scrambling to keep it. Comes off Martinez last, and that will be a Barca throw in front of the Inter technical area, which Koundé throws back to Kabasi. It is Barca on the ball now with Martinez. And Barcelona 101 passes completed to Inter's 51, but again, it's different styles of the two sides. What matters to the moment for Inter is they lead the tie in the first 17 and a half minutes. De Jong inside left, 30 yards and goal. Short to Pedri. Martin just a few yards behind him to Pedri. Pedri moving further central now, lifts it out to the right. Yamal controls it with his midriff. Yamal cuts in. Yamal trying to dance in between two players. Good tackle there from Mkhitaryan. And that will be a corner kick for Barca on the right hand side, looking to crank up the pressure now. They want that leveler. Again, Yamal just such an exciting player to watch. Almost got him between DeMarco and Mkhitaryan as well. That was a vital left toe end that Mkhitaryan got onto that ball. So corner kick from Rafinha towards the back post, flicked away from Bissek. Another corner for Barca. Great defending there from Bissek against Martinez. And Bissek down in the heap here. Feeling the pain. But again, he did tremendously well. Actually, Bissek was fighting a losing battle, was heading right onto Martinez's head. Bissek raced across, excellent defending. So De Jong to take the corner from the opposite side. De Jong's delivery towards the near post, head away from Bissek. And there's a shot towards goal, just wide for Torres. And another shot from Torres. Goes wide of the target. It built him left-hand side of the box. Controlled it with his midriff. No deflection on the way through. Sommer was short-sighted. Got a lot of power on it with his right foot. Was always heading well off target. That Torres shot, but it was from a pretty tight angle. Hit it through a lot of bodies. Sommer short goal kick now. Long from Acerbi. Header forwards from Pedri. Nice touch then for Barella. Just over midway inside his half. Now calmly just lays it back for Bastoni. Knocks on the outside of Yamal. Mkhitaryan, first time square pass to DeMarco on the outside of Koundé on halfway. Barella, lovely fit from Barella through legs of Pedri, but in the end it fell to Barca, then given away. Out for a throw in for Barca. Quickly taking that throw from Bastoni. And then quickly across is Inigo Martinez to clear out for a corner kick. Again, Inter looking to catch out Barca there. DeMarco thought he was going to get to it against Martinez, but Martinez did tremendously well. So corner to take on the left-hand side for Inter. DeMarco to deliver. And the visitors double their advantage. Maybe in Dreamland if they could do that. So DeMarco now whips it in. It's an outswing from the left-hand side from DeMarco. Header towards. Oh, it's brilliant! What a hit there for Dumfries! It's 2-0 to Inter. An incredible first 20 minutes. Corner with it for DeMarco. Header to Dumfries, who volleyed it brilliantly with his right boot 0 chance for Wojciech Szczesny. And 20 minutes gone this side. And Inter are in dreamland here in Barcelona. It was an excellent header from Acerbi. He just rose above Gerard Martin in an acrobatic strike inside the 6-yard box from Denzel Dumfries. Take about the quality of Inter's finishing for the 2 goals. Outstanding. And that is terrific from Denzel Dumfries. Barcelona 0, Inter Milan 2. Plenty of time to go in this side. But I must say, with Inter's defence, it's already slightly feeling an uphill task already for Barca. They do need to stay calm. Here's De Jong. De Jong now to Koundé. On halfway, Jules Koundé down the inside right. Now Yamal, a few yards in the inside half. Back here for Koundé, turns. Now plays it to Kabasi. Koundé just behind halfway into press 9, Mkhitaryan and Martinez. Now Lautaro Martinez forces Kabasi to play it back to Szczesny. Here's João Martin. Looks at it down line, good block there for Dumfries. A fat team bet for Dumfries. It's deflected back on Martin. And that will be a throw for Inter to take. And Denzel Dumfries' first goal in the Champions League this season. And what a time to get it, and what a goal to get as well. Dumfries' throw couldn't quite find Martinez, although he's been well held off by Inigo Martinez. And the battle there to Martinez on the pitch. And the Barca fans looking stunned. The Inter fans, well, they're stunned as well. Much they back their own side, they probably would have predicted they'd be 2-0 up inside the first 22.5 minutes. Short goal kick from Barca, long for Kabasi on halfway. Header force from Acerbi, nice touch there from Pedri. Hits it brilliantly outside of his right boot. Nice touch from Rafinha. Here come Barca, inside left now, Rafinha to Yamal. Yamal just over 25 yards in goal. Yamal now looks to pass towards Olmo, intercepted, looping up in the air. That was a great interception from Acerbi. And then Sommer comfortably caught the ball. And into their plans just perfect. Caught Barca cold in the first 30 seconds, defending superbly. And strong, that set-piece goal as well. Short to DeMarco, whips it over halfway. Martinez won a faint flick on. Didn't have a runner behind, hoping Thuram be running there. Now it's Kabasi in the centre circle with Pedri. Works to the right-hand side to Koundé, midway in the inter-half. Infield to Pedri. Pedri holding off Thuram. Pedri heading towards the box. Pokes it short for Yamal. Yamal now surrounded by white shirts. Let's go back for Koundé. De Jong, 30 yards in goal, dead central. And now it's played short for Kabasi. To João Martin, Torres. And now here is De Jong in possession. Linking up with Inigo Martinez. And now Yamal and Koundé almost got in each other's way. Yamal hangs onto the ball, turns away from Thuram. Yamal now approaching the area. Yamal dancing into the box. Still Lamine Yamal. Yamal's got a shot. Oh my word! What a goal from Lamine Yamal! And Barca are back in this one. Another outstanding goal. What a start to this game. 24 minutes played. Barca 1, Inter 2. And there is new life breathed into the Olympic Stadium here at Barcelona. And that is thanks to Lamine Yamal. Almost lost the ball when him and Koundé got in each other's way, but he turned away for Thuram. Breezed in between DeMarco and Mkhitaryan. And Inter just backed off. When he entered the box, curled it beautifully with his left boot. We've seen a crowd of players. Came off Sommer's right post, into the back of net. And Barca are back in this one. What a tie we have on our hands. And a throw for Inter. So they're looking to try and get their 2-goal cushion back. Midway inside the Barca half. DeMarco to take the throw. DeMarco now looks in field. Looks like Martinez. Mkhitaryan. Now in the end, DeMarco wasn't in tandem with Çalhanoğlu. DeMarco wanted it. Played square into feet. I think Çalhanoğlu thought DeMarco was going to be running forwards. Throw taken for Barca. Held up from De Jong. Now volleyed. Back into the feet of Inigo Martinez. Here's João Martin. Finds Pedri in the centre circle. Pedri turns. Pedri out here to Yamal. Now Yamal. Short here for De Jong. Here's Pedri, time on the ball. Just over 30 yards, 5 yards from goal in the centre. Square foot, Inigo Martinez. Now Rafinha. Just behind him is Pedri. Yeah, Pedri just so calm on the ball. Kabasi now. About 10 yard pass to Yamal. Edge of the box. Can he create some more magic? Yamal onto his left foot. Yamal now into the box. Yamal on the byline. Yamal wrong foot his man. Yamal off the underside the bar. Almost another incredible goal from Lamine Yamal. He is just electric to watch. Again, DeMarco committed himself. Yamal sent it the wrong way. What a save from Sommer. He tipped that onto the underside of the bar. It was hard to see with the naked eye, but looking back at it, what a save there for Jan Sommer. But Yamal is that man for Barcelona. Rafinha has the best stats, but the eye test, Yamal is without doubt the best player for Barcelona. Now, Brella volleys forwards. Thuram can't get to it. And guided back from De Jong into the feet of Szczesny. Now Martinez pokes it to João Martin. Barca deep inside the half. Inigo Martinez whips it left-footed. That one went out of play. Rafinha frustrated. And Simone Inzaghi can be pleased his side are leading, but frustrated that Barca are right back in this one. 27 minutes played of this tie. Barcelona 1 into 2. Inter in Dreamland after 20 minutes 2 up. But Lamine Yamal single-handedly got Barca right back in this. It could have been 2-2. Yamal hitting the underside of the bar a moment ago, and Dumfries' throw evades Lautaro Martinez, and back with Wojciech Szczesny rolls it across his area. Kabasi one touch to pass it out the 18-yard box. Now De Jong to Pedri inside the centre circle, clips it out towards left. Rafinha in a bit of room to control. Wonderful touch from Rafinha. Now faced up Dumfries with Bissek just behind him. Rafinha, can he beat both of them? Rafinha on the byline, good tackle there from Dumfries, and then Dumfries has his ankle clipped from Rafinha, and that's a free kick for Inter. Rafinha just kicks the ball at the advertised New Orleans in frustration. That was great defending there from Denzel Dumfries, because again, obviously all the talk about Yamal, and rightly so, but Rafinha, of course, as I mentioned a moment ago, he has the top stats for Barca in the Champions League, and he really is the magic man. But I must applaud her by the Inter second goal. Again, the acrobatic strike from Dumfries, great header from Acerbi. It was a wonderful corner in from DeMarco. And that goal feels such a long time ago. The Barca onslaught since that Dumfries second, really, it was only 7 minutes ago. Flick on for Thuram down the right-hand side. And the free kick, and it was a foul from Lautaro Martinez on Inigo Martinez. And again, that should be a great battle between the two players. That Martinez on their back, and there was a clip there from Lautaro on Inigo. It is short free kick from Barca. Koundé. Now Yamal just on halfway back for Pedri. It is Barca on the ball. It's swept out to the right hand side by Inigo Martinez to Koundé. Infield to Pedri. And now Olmo. Olmo receives it back from De Jong. Olmo very deep here. Just in front of him is Pedri on the inside right now. Out to Yamal. Lamine Yamal cuts in. Yamal into the feet of De Jong. And now De Jong plays it just edge of the box. Olmo trying to hold up. Olmo turns. What a turn for Olmo. Olmo shot straight at Jan Sommer. What a chance there for Dani Olmo. A lovely turn. De Jong through the centre. Olmo managed to wriggle away from Bastoni, unbelievably so. Bastoni thought he won that battle. Olmo shot straight at Sommer. Whip forward to Mkhitaryan, headed down for De Jong. Into the ground just in front of halfway. Now De Jong pokes it to Koundé. Here comes Barca again. Now into the box. Yamal's low delivery, pushed away from Sommer, and he took that off the left foot of Rafinha. Fantastic from Sommer. Here's Barella. Short to Çalhanoğlu. His opposite number Olmo put him under all sorts of pressure. Çalhanoğlu just has to clear it away down the right. Now just over halfway is Inigo Martinez. This flick from Olmo to Pedri. Slowly coming forwards inside left. Now looks further out on that side. Here for Olmo to play it to João Martin. Back in field to Pedri. Just under 25 yards and goal. There's a little pirouette. Now lays it off for De Jong. Frenkie De Jong. Short for João Martin. Pass it in the box. Intercepted from Çalhanoğlu. Brella, looking to retain the ball under pressure from De Jong. Flicks it back here for Cherby, now pokes it to Bisset. Back here for Çalhanoğlu. Now Sommer plays it out of the 6-yard box to inside the area with Bastoni. Now Bastoni clears, nice little touch from Martinez. Well, spoke too soon. That touch from Martinez went straight to Pedri. And now Pedri down the inside left. Now just in the box here is almost delivery straight into the arms of Sommer. I think Yamal was annoyed that the delivery didn't go to him. I think Rafinha was meant to be sort of the decoy run. I think Yamal thought Olmo was going to try and pick him out. Just a moment ago, that low ball from Yamal pushed away from Sommer in the nick of time. Thuram holds it up now. Lays it off short for Mkhitaryan. Infield to DeMarco. Nice first touch from DeMarco to Thuram. Turning just gone halfway. Tackle from De Jong. And now quickly from the centre circle. Swept out to the right hand side, but overhit there from Çalhanoğlu. Trying to look for Dumfries. Good attempt there. Again, just over half hour played it at the Olympic Stadium. And it's been a breathless first half hour. Just over 20 minutes into a 2 goals up. They scored inside the first 30 seconds from a Thuram flick. Dumfries acrobatic strike from a corner kick. Then Lamine Yamal, beautiful curler. A few minutes after Dumfries got into second. Now speaking Yamal on the ball to Pedri. 35 yards to go. What a pass from Pedri to find Rafinha, loses balance and tackled in the box by DeMarco under pressure immediately from Yamal. DeMarco finds Mkhitaryan, now lifts it onto the head of Thuram. Barella driving forwards. Barella skits beyond a few challenges. Barella loses balance though. At the vital moment to try and thread it through to Martinez. And it's back here now with Szczesny. Here's Inigo Martinez. Pedri just over halfway for Yamal. Yamal now. And taking on DeMarco. And now goes back for Pedri. Barca 30 yards and goal in the centre. Rafinha strokes it behind him to De Jong. De Jong lifts it just off the ground out to Yamal. Again Yamal. 2 men to beat Yamal. Puts the cross in, just evades Olmo. And Torres maybe should have tried to attack that one. He was just left rooted to the spot. Again Yamal. You think you've got him covered when you have 2 players around him, but he can still deliver such a good cross. He's got everything. Absolutely everything. The traits of a new winger. Traits of old school winger. He is just so much fun to watch. That's probably an understatement to say that. There's so much more compliments I could give him. Bisset wins the throw off Rafinha. 33 minutes on the clock. Barca 1 into 2 in this first leg. You feel like there's plenty more goals to come, despite I see Inter not conceding much at all in the Champions League. And this Barca attack can do damage to any quality defence. Bisset's throw. In the end, I think Bisset just took too long. Trying to take the throw, and the referee's now awarded one for Barca, which Martin takes back to Martinez. Here's De Jong. He's going to go for Martinez. No, looks just in front of him to Pedri. Just in front of the centre circle. And the out team out inside right. Yamal looking to get on the outside. DeMarco. Can he get a cross in? Yamal. Yamal dance to feet. Yamal puts the cross and push away for Sommer, cleared from a Cherby. And now touch umbrella now in to get out of the box. Mkhitaryan tackled by Pedri. And the ball rolls out for an Inter throw deep inside the half. Again, Lamine Yamal. Just 2-footed. Can put in another dangerous cross. Again, Rafinha just stuck out his left foot, but Sommer was there. Pushed away, and Sommer had to be brave there. Not the first time he's had to be brave this first half. Bastoni's throw. Lautaro Martinez turns, then Pedri picks up the loose ball. Pedri to Inigo Martinez. 35 yards and goal, body position just to play it short to left. João Martin infield. Now Pedri. Edge of the D is Torres. Now Koundé. Yamal, right side of the box. Plays it back to Jules Koundé. Koundé now exits the area. Goes short for Kabasi, but again Inter locked in. Yamal back inside the box towards Rafinha. And that is well claimed for Sommer. Now quickly rolls it out for Barella. Can Inter counter-attack. Barella. Diagonal ball. Too far away from finding Lautaro Martinez that now, and that's time on the ball for Frenkie de Jong. 10 minutes of this first half to go. Barca 1, Inter 2. Barca just over halfway. Pedri. Again, inside left. Pedri now switch it onto his right foot. In about 5 yards to Rafinha. Back for Pedri. Pedri now for Koundé. Jules Koundé. 25 yards to go. And to the D. And the Olmo can't get past a Cherby. Short touch from Mkhitaryan to Çalhanoğlu. Now Thuram plays it back. Into the feet of Bastoni, out towards the left-hand side to DeMarco. Just behind him is Mkhitaryan. Inter on halfway. Mkhitaryan turns. Now here's a tackle there for Newmau. Bastoni cleared now. Rolls into Rafinha. A chance for Torres. Ferran Torres can't get the shot away. It's blocked. Newmau sets it up inside the D. Almost low shot pushed away from Jan Sommer. And that will be a corner kick. That was great goalkeeping there by Jan Sommer, sharply down to his left-hand side. Again, Bastoni, when he cleared it, actually, I thought Newmau got a bit of the ball, but he did look to just clip the ankle, Bastoni. Bastoni stayed on his feet, though. Barca motored forwards. And a really good stop there from Sommer from that Olmo shot. And there is a corner kick for Rafinha to deliver. The right side headed away from Jan Bissek. Head up in the air in the centre from Martin. Now Bissek's header. Again, header one for Joe Martin. Drops here for Mkhitaryan. Finds DeMarco. A few yards going halfway. Can't play on the outside of Koundé. Koundé's blocked it. And now Rafinha trying to hold up. Hooked away from DeMarco. Here is Koundé. Now Pedri. Again, coming forwards very slowly. Just goes in front of him to Olmo. Back here for Pedri. Barca just calmed it down for the time being. Again, Koundé short to Pedri. Here's De Jong, just over 35 yards and goal. De Jong to his left at Inigo Martinez. Again, Barca slowly coming forwards, but Inter. Barca going to have to come forward slowly, but Inter in such a low block. Understandably, with them having the lead in this tie. Crossing Pedri towards the back post. Rafinha hits it down. Torres, oh, it's brilliant. 2-2. Well worked from Barca. And Ferran Torres had a frustrating evening so far. Could have missed that one. And we're all level here at the Olympic Stadium. Well, Inter thought they had Barca where they wanted them. Barca weren't in a threatened position. Inter in the low block. And then just a magic pass from Pedri towards the back post. Caught out Bissek. And Rafinha, the awareness. He knew the run from Ferran Torres was coming in. Rafinha just headed down to the ground. Torres, middle of the 6-yard box. And just calmly in step his right foot. Sommer already committed himself to his left side. And Torres just went to his opposite side. And two apiece here, and deservedly so. What a response from Barca. And they already have the ball back. Inter's restart. Here's De Jong. Well, can they turn this one around completely for half-time? Koundé, just over halfway. And now Yamal. Yamal cuts in. Yamal's pass just missed the toe end of Torres. He's on a real high now. Dumfries. De Jong attempt to tackle. Came off Dumfries' last though. And he cleared it. De Jong just, from De Jong block, it came back off Dumfries' right foot. Throw taken for Barca now. Pedri. Bring it forwards, Pedri. Finds Yamal. Now Yamal midway inside the Inter half. Just caress it back here for Kabasi. De Jong right in the centre, gives it away to Çalhanoğlu. Here's Barella. Now Thuram. First time pass back for Mkhitaryan. Now here's Sommer. Sommer short in the box to Bissek. Bissek, right side of the area, back here for Sommer. One touch to take out the 6-yard area, then puts his right foot on top of the ball and just squares it for Bastoni. Bastoni's pass cut out for Newmau. High up the pitch, and Newmau hits off DeMarco. And Inter a bit nervous. Playing along the back there. And that Barcelona press. Bit of concern here for Barcelona. Jules Koundé pulling down his right sock. This looks concerning, taking up a shin pad as well. I don't think this looks very good. Well, Jules Koundé, I must admit. Again, he can only marvel at the pass by way from Pedri for the second goal when he found Rafinha at the back post. And again, Rafinha just looked in the middle. Brilliant header across the face of Bissek, and Torres just had the run on a chirby. And again, Sommer already committed himself to his left-hand side. Very simple finish for Ferran Torres. And the Barca bench went absolutely wild. Again, Inter, unbelievable defence this season in the Champions League. But Barca believe they can breach anyone's defence, and Koundé, I think, is going to have to come off it. Really, really concerning. Again, a key player for Barca, of course, the high, scoring that winning goal against Real Madrid as well in the Copa del Rey final. Olmo and Yamal just in conversation. And Lamine Yamal, Barca have a lot to thank him for. And took it upon himself really just to bring Barca back in this game. The start was far from ideal. Again, 10 minutes after Dumfries, but into 2-2 up, it was 2 apiece. Seeing great character shown from Barca. And now is home side in possession. Temporarily have to play a 10-man. Koundé off, dribbling into the feet of Torres. And it will be a free kick for the home side. It's a little clip on his ankle there from Çalhanoğlu. 35 yards in goal, inside left. And a little warning there for Çalhanoğlu. And yeah, Koundé definitely won't be coming back on. So it will be Eric Garcia to replace him as a real blow for Barca. And one they will just have to deal with. And here's a free kick for Barca to take in the centre. And they completely turn this one around before half-time. Into just making sure everyone's marking their zones properly. Or Olmo can just play his free kick short to Pedri. Now he's on to Rafinha. Rafinha's curler takes the deflection. And over the bar for a corner on the right-hand side for Barca. That was a well-worked free kick there. Caught out into a couple of quick touches. It was a quick free kick into Pedri, laid it on to Rafinha. His curling shot deflected over the bomb. Rafinha, short corner for Yamal. Yamal now looks to whip it in. Good block there from Çalhanoğlu. Now is a square pass to Pedri. Yamal turns brilliantly now. Yamal, edge of the box. Yamal finds a pass in the middle. Torres lays it back off. Yamal just got the ball stuck on his foot. Now Çalhanoğlu now can into counter. Lautaro Martinez has been quiet. Turns just behind halfway. But goes behind it for Hakan Çalhanoğlu. Just try and calm down things here. Çalhanoğlu floats the pass too high for DeMarco. And that is a throw for Barca to take from Garcia. Gabasi. 2 minutes of normal time left in this first half. Barca 2 into 2. Pedri. Short for De Jong. Yamal now. And referee's blown his whistle. Not sure what the concern is here. Again, Lautaro Martinez just hands over his face. Is anything wrong with him? Slightly confused as to what's going on, and Simone Inzaghi absolutely furious about whatever's going on. And Lautaro Martinez staying on his feet now, so let's have a look. I'm not sure. Martinez turned and played it back. Seemed to be moving a bit gingerly, Lautaro Martinez. He just turned with his right boot. Did he just get his right boot stuck in the turf a bit awkwardly? And Martinez has felt something, because as soon as he turned, he just played that short pass back and put his hands over his face. Although he's signalling to come back on Martinez now. Receiving treatment, a little bit treatment on the sideline. So Lautaro Martinez back on for Inter. 40 seconds left this first half before we enter stoppage time. Pedri, 35 yards and goal, inside left. Wraps his left foot around the ball, but it's intercepted from Mkhitaryan. As far as Pedri now. Olmo clips it towards the back post, bit too high for Rafinha. Can he get to it on the byline? He does do so. Rafinha out on the left-hand side. Moves it infield to Pedri. Pedri now whips it to Yamal. Yamal just inside the box. Yamal, can he maybe get crossing again? 2 men around him. Mkhitaryan and DeMarco. Now Yamal goes back outside the area and plays it back for Gabasi. 1-2. Pedri. Now De Jong plays it across. Inigo Martinez now gets the call from João Martin to leave it. Martin's low ball blocked from Barella. Only 2 minutes left of the first. Only 2 minutes given of first half stoppage time. Two, certainly the prominent number. It's two apiece here at the Olympic Stadium. Good tackle from Mkhitaryan against Yamal. He just needs to get it clear out their area and do so through Bastoni. Headed down for Garcia. Yamal beats Mkhitaryan to the ball, and there's a foul from DeMarco on your mound. DeMarco's furious. He thought he got the ball. Umbrella did too, but it will be free kick for Barca. Looked to be a little stamp actually on DeMarco. Actually, with DeMarco planting his foot down, I thought from an angle it looked the stamp, but actually not really. Now DeMarco's planting his foot to the turf, so I can understand DeMarco's frustration. Wasn't really much in that one. It's a soft free kick. It's now taken short from Barca. Rafinha infield to Torres. Barca 30 yards in goal. Pedri out to Inigo Martinez, halfway into the 2 minutes of stoppage time here. Barca 2 into 2. Is there one last chance left in this first half? Barca in possession just by the centre circle. Pedri now puts it through the centre circle for Garcia. Just in front of him to Yamal. Knocks about with his right foot to Garcia. Now Barca back in their half. Just imagine possession here. I think they will not mind at all, considering they were 2-0 down going into the break at 2-2. Here is Inigo Martinez. And now João Martin. Can't find a full pass he wanted, so goes back to Martinez. Left side of his area is Szczesny. Here is Martinez. And now short and about 5 yards behind halfway is Martin. Back to Martinez. Spreads the play really well for Barca. Nice control there from Garcia. Now knocks it just over halfway to Yamal. And there goes the half-time whistle here at the Olympic Stadium. What a first half it has been between Barca and Inter. Just about getting my breath back from all the first half drama. Inter went a goal up inside the first 30 seconds. Denzel Dumfries cross from the right-hand side. There's a little slip for Inigo Martinez. That just gave space for Marcus Thuram just to flick it. Definitely with his right boot. Cross the face of goal into the bottom corner. Inter double their lead. Corner in from the left-hand side. Just over 20 minutes gone for DeMarco. Header one from Acerbi. An acrobatic strike in the 6-yard area from Denzel Dumfries into the roof of the net. But back came Barca, and 3 minutes later, Lamine Yamal, piece of magic from him. Cutting in his left foot inside the box. Curled it beautifully between a fair few white shirts. Sommer just left rooted to the spot, helpless as it came off his right post into the back of the net. And then Ferran Torres equalised for Barca 7 minutes before half-time. Ball lifted towards the back post from Pedri. It was a wonderful pass. Rafinha headed down for Ferran Torres to finish off. As Sommer already commit himself, dive into the left-hand side, so Torres had the easy option of just finishing it in steppers right into the bottom corner. Mal also hit the bar as well for Barca. It was a brilliant save from Jan Sommer. So again, Barca overall pinned into bat for a fair amount of periods, but Inter, huge credit to them. They've still defended well despite conceding 2 goals, and they're right in this tie. And I think the offer to Simone Inzaghi to be in this tie at half-time, considering the attack Barcelona have, he would have happily taken that. Maybe would have been thinking probably 0-0 or 1-1 max, but not a 2-2. Went into a 2-up inside the first 20 minutes, but brilliant first half at Olympic Stadium. Hopefully more the same to come. Half-time, Barca 2 into 2.
Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page.
Hello and welcome back to the Olympic Stadium in Barcelona. What a breathless first half that was. Between Barca and Inter 2-0 up inside the first 21 minutes. Marcus Thuram put Inter in front inside the first 30 seconds. Lovely flick at the near post from Denzel Dumfries' cross. And speaking of Dumfries, added a goal to his assist. Acrobatic, beautiful strike inside the 6-yard box. And it was unbelievable. Lamine Yamal, though, had other ideas to bring Barca back together as Inter thought they could really take control of the tie. Yamal drifted and caused all sorts of havoc and beautiful shot. 24 minutes on the clock to bring Barca back into it. And then just over 5 minutes before half-time, Ferran Torres put things level. And we're back underway this second half. There's been a couple substitutions. Taremi on for Lautaro Martinez for Inter. That's not really surprising. Martinez had a really quiet half. And Joao Martin off for Ronald Araujo, and that means now looks like Inigo Martinez will be playing at left back for Barca. As Barca kicks off for the second half, long ball towards the centre circle, miscontrolled there by Daniel Olmo. I think controlled an offside position anyway, did indeed, and quick free kick from Inter. Mkhitaryan to Thuram. Thuram just pushing it back there from Ronald Araujo, so his first piece of action in this second half is just a giveaway free kick. Had his hands all around Marcus Thuram. So free kick to be taken shortly from Inter. Ronald Araujo just having a quick conversation with the referee before he walks away. I think Araujo just threw the ball away in frustration about that free kick being given. Silly there from Araujo. I don't think he got a yellow card for that though. So he counts himself a bit lucky. So free kick for Inter. And they got off to the perfect start again. Lautaro Martinez he's cutting a very frustrated figure after coming off half time on the bench. So free kick lofted towards the back post. Bissett trying to chase onto it. And the end easily went into the path of Szczesny. It was a lofted in free kick. Bissett thought he had the pace to try and get a turn on it, but not quite. And Szczesny rolls it to Araujo. Infield to De Jong. Barca midway inside their half. Minute and a half gone in this second 45. Pedri to the left hand side, just over halfway. Rafinha now back for Inigo Martinez. Here's Pedri, short in the centre circle to De Jong by Kabasi. Now De Jong to Yamal. Back here into the Eric Garcia. That's come on for Jules Koundé at the back end of the first half. De Jong through the centre circle for Kabasi. And now Rafinha takes up in the pocket space and inside left, links up with Torres. Torres out here to Inigo Martinez. Now back for Pedri. Here's De Jong, just over 25 yards and goal, right in the centre. Clips in between Taremi and Thuram. Here is Yamal. Yamal surrounded by Inter players, unsurprisingly. Yamal clips over top to Pedri's try and run on two, but in the end, the chirpy was across. Good idea there from Yamal. He knew he couldn't dribble through everyone, though. He's got that ability. Thought he'd just try and loft the ball over the top for Pedri to try and run onto. Not quite in the end. And goal kick started off by Inter. Chirby to DeMarco. Infield to Çalhanoğlu. And now Barella. Nice one-touch play from Inter. Taremi trying to find DeMarco, but there is a good work there for Kabasi to cut out and clear it. Now Yamal. Bit of space in the centre. Torres leads it for Yamal. Edge of the box. Yamal now to Rafinha. Oh, a bit past there for Yamal. Rare mistake from him. Again, trying to find Rafinha left-hand side of the box, but in the end, Yamal just put too much on that pass. Trying to zip it into Padre Rafinha. Yeah, played it with his left boot. Yamal too heavy. And now Sommer. Sommer clears towards the left. Not great pace on that ball. DeMarco was a little shove on the back as he had it in field. There was indeed. And that will be a free kick for the visitors. It was a clear push on that back of Federico DeMarco. So free kick to Inter. Still pretty deep inside the half for Bastoni to take. Bastoni back for Çalhanoğlu. Çalhanoğlu now. Sommer level with the penalty spot. Inside of D is Barella back for Sommer. Out to Bastoni, bit of space now for Bastoni to carry the ball forwards. Alessandro Bastoni now picks up Mehdi Taremi in the centre circle. Mehdi Taremi out towards the right. Dumfries now down line for Bissek, right inside the box. Bissek slow cross, and he can't find a white shirt in the centre. Now DeMarco on the back post over the bar. What a chance for Inter to retake the lead. Fantastic link-up play. It was Dumfries, played it on the outside of his man. Bissek's cross took a nick at the near post off a diving Ronaldo Araujo, flicked off his right heel, but it bounced at Federico DeMarco about 11 yards out, blasted out of the bar. Barca clear ball from the back as they play the short goal kick. Dumfries edge the area, now just behind the D's, but Mkhitaryan loses his 50-50 against Garcia, and Araujo clears from the D. Heavy touch on Yamal. So Inter got their tails up here. DeMarco trying to link up with Taremi down the left, but there's Garcia to cut out. Now play it back for Szczesny. He goes towards halfway. Cushion from Çalhanoğlu to Bastoni. Lovely turn for Bastoni. Down the left-hand side, good cut out there from Garcia to clear it out for an Inter throw. But good little spell this for Inter at the start of this second half. Probably for Bastoni to take. He's been ordered to take a few more steps back. Actually, no, I thought he's been ordered to take a few more steps back. He actually just leaves it now for DeMarco to take the throw, just on the midway inside the Barcelona half. DeMarco, or is it down left? Now here's Barella. Nice touch from Barella. Looking for a link up, flicks it off Garcia. Now flicks it through, laser Garcia again, but Garcia clears. And now Rafinha. And now it's Yamal on the ball. Yamal gives it away inside to Barella. Tackle there from Olmo. And that will do for Inter to have a throw midway inside the Barca half. And it is Bastoni to take it. Bastoni just goes short for Taremi. Whips it out towards the right-hand side. Dumfries, a few yards in the Barca half, gets under control on the bounce. Dumfries now lifts it over the top for Thuram to run to. That's good goalkeeping there for Szczesny. Well outside his box, the offside flag is up against Marcus Thuram. And again, Thuram just went a bit too quickly. He's Dumfries on the bounce, hooked it forwards, and yeah, Thuram was about a yard offside. Short free kick from Barca. They Inter start the second half well. De Jong now on halfway is Garcia. Back for De Jong. Pedri in the centre circle, just over halfway. Back for De Jong. Now De Jong slowly bringing it forward here. Pedri, De Jong having their own little game at the moment in the centre circle. Now De Jong into the feet of Pedri, inside left. Pedri turns. Pedri whips it in between Taremi and Mkhitaryan. Here's Yamal. Again, Mkhitaryan and DeMarco have accompanied. Goes inside for De Jong. Here's Pedri now. About 25 yards up. Pedri shakes for a short square pass with his right foot. Now Garcia for Yamal. Edge of the box. Yamal. Again, Mkhitaryan, DeMarco to beat. So goes behind him to Garcia. Barca working it patiently. De Jong now. Here is Rafinha. Left edge of the D. Rafinha out for a low cross to come in for Inigo Martinez. Cleared away on the bounce from Mkhitaryan. And then back from Kabasi to his goalkeeper again. Szczesny well outside his box. Here's Araujo. Now easy take on the turn on the centre spot from De Jong. Pedri trying to bring it through the centre. Now goes square for Martinez. Works short and further out for Rafinha. Rafinha lays it back for Martinez. First time with his left foot for De Jong. De Jong now places it to Yamal. Yamal inside right. Again, Barca having a good spell of possession, but Inter in a good tight shape here. Here is De Jong being pressed. De Jong just turns away from Mehdi Taremi. And now De Jong out to Martinez. Martinez looking for a short option, has to go behind him for Rafinha. And now it's Pedri. Rafinha making the run in the box. Pedri out to Martinez. Barca working this really patiently. Now Martinez sends in the cross, headed away from Acerbi. Olmo is back towards goal, hits off the face of Taremi. Handball appeals from Barca, nothing given. Here's Pedri, a few yards in front of the centre circle. Pedri This Weston turning, makes room for himself. Pedri, great balance, but his pass cut out from Taremi, only as far as Araujo. Again, Inter sitting very deep here. Yamal just over midway inside the Inter half. Yamal goes back with his left boot. Araujo just tees it off to his right, and now Garcia back in the Barca half for Szczesny. Again, well outside his area. Here is Kabasi now to Martinez. Back for Kabasi. Inter just trying to push up a bit. And Barca more than comfortable in possession. Here's Szczesny. Square now for Araujo. One touch to take it out of the box. Now Araujo bringing it forward to Barca. Araujo left footed. Now laid off to Garcia by Olmo. Now Garcia just over halfway for Yamal. Yamal trying to drive forwards. Good standing challenge there from Bastoni. DeMarco can't get onto it for Garcia. Inside to Pedri. Barca just on midway inside the inside. Great dribbling in for Pedri as he pulled back. He was indeed. And just the balance that Pedri has. He must be a nightmare to play against, especially actually if you're a lot bigger than him. It's that low centre of gravity. Again, I'm not comparing Pedri to Messi, they're different players, but again, Messi had that such good quality about him. And it's a low ball in from Yamal, cleared away. A shot wide the target on the volley. It was really, really good defended near post. And that low crosser point was Pedri, who steamed in with the shot, well off target in the end with his right boot. And Inter now making another substitution. Carlos Augusto to come on here for Federico DiMarco. Again, he's had a tough evening so far against Lamine Yamal. Carlos Augusto has to come on by Simone Inzaghi to try and breathe some new life into the game again. Inter fans standing arm in arm at the moment in the away end, making some really good noise from the gods here at the Olympic Stadium. So just to confirm, Federico DiMarco off, Carlos Augusto on, so change at left wing back for Inter. And a goal kick for them to take 10 minutes into the second half. Barca 2, Inter 2. Sommer with a goal kick clipped down. Nice square header from Taremi to Barella in the centre circle. Nicolo Barella looks over top. It's a lovely pass to Dumfries, but again, Szczesny reads the situation out of his area to clear away left footed. Put into throat. Again, it was really well done from both sides. They attempt the pass on Barella and the goalkeeping from Wojciech Szczesny. Throw for Inter. High up the pitch. Dumfries to take it. And Inter have had a very solid start to this second half. Dumfries. Long throw comes in towards Bissett. Bissett wins the flick on. And now headed down into the path of Mkhitaryan. Here is Augusto trying to get a cross in, but again Garcia sticking tight to him, and Augusto has to go back on the left here for Bastoni. That goes further back for Çalhanoğlu. Switches the play. Looks at Barella, and Barella in the offside position, controlled it with his midriff. There was a clear offside against Simone Inzaghi. Intense and animated as always on the sidelines. There's no respite for him at all. Again, one of the most intense coaches out there. So here's a short free kick from Barca. Now Kabasi back for Szczesny. Szczesny short for De Jong. Nice little space De Jong got himself into, and then dribbles away from Taremi. De Jong rolls over halfway. Now Yamal with a bit of room. Yamal short for Olmo. Olmo returns it to Yamal. Great football from Barca. Yamal in the box. Yamal low shot and really tame one. Almost like a pass back ready to Jan Sommer, but the build-up was absolutely superb by Barcelona. They just didn't have that fearsome touch there from Lamine Yamal. Short pass from Sommer to Çalhanoğlu. Now back with Sommer, square for Acerbi. Sommer, now Bastoni. It is Sommer on the ball again. Sommer, it's the feet of Mkhitaryan. Again Bastoni, now Mkhitaryan. Heavy touch from him, now Olmo gets it off him. Dani Olmo. Looks it short for Garcia, back with Olmo. And just under 10 yards in the Inter half, and now here's Pedri. Pedri picks out Rafinha, inside left. Rafinha. Just under 25 yards and goal. Back here for Pedri, right in the middle. Pedri again, great balance and retaining the ball excellently. Now square for Rafinha, edge of the box is Martinez. Can he put a cross in? Instead, Pedri wants a short pass, but is back towards goal. Pedri being sent further back from Bissett, but retains the ball with ease. Now De Jong into Yamal inside right. Now he's in the box, Yamal. What a ball towards Rafinha, cleared away though on the volley by Barella. Touch from De Jong. Barca putting the pressure on. Now it's backwards pass from Martinez. Now Inter trying to push up high, but turn and pass in the centre circle from Kabasi to Martinez, and it's a great touch from Pedri just to weave away from Çalhanoğlu, and Çalhanoğlu catches the right ankle of Pedri, and Hakan Çalhanoğlu goes into the referee's notebook. Man in the middle tonight, Clement Turpin, the Frenchman. Yeah, clear foul from that Çalhanoğlu on the back of Pedri. So he'll need to be a bit careful for the rest of the evening. So Barcelona free kick, just over 35 yards and goal. It's a short one from Martinez to Araujo and halfway. Garcia back for Araujo. Here is Kabasi on the ball. Kabasi right-footed across the face of Taremi to Garcia. That's Olmo dropping towards him. Garcia back for Araujo. Here's Szczesny, first time pass from him, and then it's Barcelona just playing their way out of trouble brilliantly. Pedri square, and now it's just passing to the feet of Rafinha in the centre circle. It's a nice turn there for Ferran Torres, and now here comes Barca inside right with Olmo. Short for Yamal. Yamal, edge of the box. Yamal cuts in. Yamal goes to the pass for Pedri inside the deep. Pedri in a tight space. Short for Yamal. Barca edge of the box inside right. Now Yamal tries to slide it through for Olmo. Poke back from Bastoni for Sommer, just a slam it clear towards the centre circle where Araujo with Thuram chasing it, just heads it forward calmly for De Jong. Inter pin back here, Barca 2-2, approaching the hour mark. Olmo short pass and Torres felt he was fouled, nothing given. Drop back from Çalhanoğlu for Brella to hold up the ball. Brella just about plays it off for Gusto. Now back here with Sommer. Jan Sommer onto his right foot. Swiss goalkeeper clipped it forwards, header away there. Aggressively from Kabasi, climbing all over the top of Thuram. He's actually getting away a free kick. Kabasi, free kick taken too quickly though, for the referees like it. It was a header well won from Kabasi, but yeah, just climbed over the top of Thuram, just knocked his head as well in the process. Halfway with again Inter's only 2 shots on target by the way being a goal, so certainly when they hit the target it's a meaningful one. Barca dominating, receding stats wise, 12 shots to Inter's 4. Here is Torres puts through the legs of Acerbi, no free kick in as Torres went down. Now Inter on the counter-attack, Mkhitaryan to Acerbi over halfway on the stretch. Dumfries is found here, Dumfries cross, well blocked there. And more Pills handball from Inter, this time against Araujo. Dumfries insistent. It count for Araujo's hand. Dumfries actually did come off his hand at all, it came off his left boot, so no handball in there at all. From the Inter pass forward a couple of minutes ago, and Barella's opinion of handball, that did look like it came off the hand of Inigo Martinez. So just a corner kick for Inter on the right hand side, but it certainly was not a handball there against Araujo. Officials made the right decision. Even if they did somehow give a penalty, BR would have certainly ruled that one out. Just 62 minutes on the clock here. Barca 2 Inter 2. A corner kick for Inter on the right hand side. Hakan Çalhanoğlu to take. See what he can do from this one. A bit of push and shoving going on in the box. The referee just calling over a couple of players. Nicola Barella's one of them. And Barella and Olmo just getting a talking to by the referee. Bit of a laughing joke though, team Olmo and the referee, which is good to see. So now Çalhanoğlu can take the corner from the right hand side. Can Inter get back in front? Çalhanoğlu's delivery, head of the back post, they have got back in front, and it's Denzel Dumfries again from a corner. What a night he is having. And another twist in the tie as the Inter fans up in the gods here in Barcelona go absolutely wild. They lead the tie once more, and once more Denzel Dumfries prevails from a corner. He rose brilliantly above Dani Olmo. A complete mismatch at the back post. There was absolutely no chance Dumfries was going to be defeated in that battle. He got a little bit locked, actually, Dumfries. His header came off the back of Rauho, but take nothing away for the Denzel Dumfries leap. He won't care one bit. That took deflection. It's his goal. He looks up towards the Inter fans. And Inter are back in front here. 3-2 to the good. Let's see how Barca can respond again. Martinez, short for Rafinha, midway in the Inter half on the left. Back here for Martinez. Here's Kabasi. Again to Martinez, just front halfway. Now Rafinha in field. Guided force and Torres for Rafinha to chase down the left. Dumfries gets across, brilliant work from him, as you can see the corner kick. They just had to get that one cleared. Dumfries thought there's a little bit of a push on him. Nothing given though. So corner on the left-hand side for Barca to take. Can they make an immediate response? Olmo, short corner, edge of the box. Jamal dummies it. Shot for Rafinha. Oh my word! What a strike! And Barca do make an immediate response. And in some style as well. That is one off the training ground, that corner routine. What a hit though from Rafinha with his left boot. That is simply unstoppable. Olmo with the pass corner. It was a dummy for Jamal, edge of the box. And just beyond the D, Rafinha just whacked it with his right boot off the underside of the bar. Now looking back at it, it actually came off Sommer last. It came off the bar and off Sommer's back. So it was a hell of a hit from Rafinha, but it will go down as a Jan Sommer own goal. So on paper, yeah, it won't go down as Rafinha's, but the eye test, that is Rafinha. That is all Rafinha's making with that hell of a hit there with his right boot. What a game this has been. And we still have just under 25 minutes left of this first leg. Inter have a throw in the attacking third. Dumfries throws it into the box. Bissek flicks on and bounces back to Szczesny. Incredible entertainment here. So it's a short roll out from Szczesny into the feet of De Jong. And now Pedri. Barca all settled again after that equaliser. Well, actually, as it stands, actually has been given as Rafinha's goal. But it was actually, although obviously shots that hit the crossbar don't actually count as on target, so I still think it'll be reversed and given as a Sommer own goal personally. But as it stands, it is Rafinha's goal. And Inigo Martinez wins a free kick for Barca on the left-hand side. Denzel Dumfries, the man who thought he might have scored the winning goal on the night for Inter, that's been chalked out now. And Fermin Lopez to come on here for Barca, making ways. Dani Olmo, frustrating night, I must say, for Dani Olmo. Let's see if Fermin Lopez can make the difference. So he'll just be playing in behind Ferran Torres, who scored Barca's second of the evening. Late on in the first half, Inigo Martinez takes the free kick back here for Kabasi. Here's Szczesny. Square for Araujo. And now Garcia slits, but manages to hit it forwards, but taken on the chest of Augusto. Now short for Calhanoglu, back to Augusto. Augusto slips, he controlled it with his right boot, and it's a free kick given away from Nicolo Barella. Just a clip on his clip on the ankle of Pedri by Barella. It will be a free kick taken quickly from Pedri. Nice control there by Martinez. It is Barca on the ball here on the left-hand side, just over halfway, back with Martinez. Pedri asking for it. Martinez goes backwards though. It's the first time for Gabasi. Is there going to be more drama here at the Olympic Stadium? Barca 3, Inter 3. Just over 68 minutes played. Yamal, a few yards in the Inter half. Back here now for Garcia. Now it's in the Barca territory again. From Fermin Lopez pass. De Jong in the centre circle, just behind halfway through the centre for Pedri. The eye the needle pass. Now Lopez, short for Yamal. Into the box, Yamal cuts in. Yamal, nice little flick there. As a low cross of Garcia, cleared away from Bissek. And Inter just need to keep their heads here. A draw would be a brilliant result for them tonight. Taken to the second lane, Yamal looking to get on the outside of Augusto. Yamal's cross at a tame one. Volleyed away from Acerbi, only as far as Rafinha. Rafinha now. Square for Fermin Lopez. Lopez delivers, not a great delivery, headed away from Acerbi. Control from Turan Boladi, gives the way though for Lopez. Lopez into the box, Lopez onto his right foot. Lopez scuffed shot though, surrounded by white shirts and just lost his balance at the vital moment to try and get the power on that shot. And it was careless there from Marcus Thuram. Fermin Lopez just lost his balance. Here is Bissek. Flips it towards the centre circle where Thuram, that's better for him, chests it down. And a poke forward ball towards Thuram by Taremi. And it will be pulled back for a free kick and a yellow card to be given by the referee as well. It was Pau Gabasi who just pulled back Mehdi Taremi. It was a clear shirt pull there. Really simple decision. So Davide Fratesi, the latest player to come on it. Hakan Çalhanoğlu makes way. It's on the yellow cards. That's a smart substitution, I must say, by Simone Inzaghi. So 20 minutes to go here at the Olympic Stadium, Barcelona. What a first leg this has been. Barca 3, Inter 3. Now short free kick from Inter just in front of halfway. Bissek to Dumfries. Loses his balance, but did come off Inigo Martinez last, so Bissek takes the throw for Inter. Now Barella's long ball, blocked from Lopez, still loops up in the air. Headed forwards, another header one by Barella. And now control from Pedri. Now Pedri turns inside the D, good tackle there by Mkhitaryan. Now what a pass to Mkhitaryan through the middle, and Thuram through. Thuram can't convert though through a tight angle block for Gabasi. Here's Thuram on the left, another tackle made by Barca defender on Thuram, this time from Garcia. What a through ball, that was on a plate. Mkhitaryan to Thuram. The Thuram touch with his left foot took him a bit further out wide than he wanted. And Gabasi with a brilliant block. And a throw here for Inter though. They look to try and take the lead again for the third time this evening. It's back in the Inter half now. Bissek, short for Acerbi. And now pass out the box and Sommer. Flick forward to Augusto. Breaks here for Mkhitaryan. Forward ball now. It's through here for Thuram by deflection of a Barca player. Thuram though being tightly marked from Araujo. Tries to hold up. Great strength there for Inigo Martinez. Now Martinez charging forwards here. Martinez out to the left. Rafinha's cross towards the back post. Headed square out to the left-hand side from Acerbi. Here's Rafinha. Now back on the left-hand side for Martinez. De Jong plays it square. Here is Yamal. De Jong, 25 yards and goal in the centre. Short for Martinez, just edge of the box. Martinez cross towards the back post. That was always getting away from Fermin Lopez. It goes out for a throw right by the corner flag. You could see exactly the run which Inigo Martinez was looking for. Just couldn't quite find Fermin Lopez, but the latest unbelievable goals this evening. But the latest of them, simply cracking strike by Rafinha. Count the onside of the crossbar and bounced off the back of Jan Sommer. Throw taken, and it will be another throw for Inter. Without a play by Lamine Yamal. So in Inter a draw be a great result for them, but they'll probably still believe they could score another. Throw for Thuram. Thuram lays it down, but it's intercepted from Rafinha. Yards in the into half now, through the middle from De Jong. Nice sharp turn here from Lopez. Lopez to his left, Rafinha. Rafinha tries to squeeze in the cross, it's blocked though. And Barella can carry it out of the box. Nicolo Barella now through the middle, can inter-counter. Mehdi Taremi looks over the top, can't find a forward runner though, and cleared away from Rauho. Back here with Inter, Barella holding off his man in Lopez, and Barella wins the free kick. Again, Barella worked his socks off as per usual in the Inter midfield. It's taken short, that free kick there by Acerbi. Now it's back here to Sommer. First time from Bastoni. It is Mkhitaryan now on the ball. About 10 yards behind halfway. Goes behind him to Bastoni. Now it's back here with Sommer. Quite a bit on that pass, but Sommer did get it under control. Now Sommer clips it towards centre circle. Flick on for Taremi. Control from Thuram. Now plays it square. Now here's Bissek just in front of halfway. Bissek to Dumfries. Dumfries low cross towards the back post. A chance in for Inter, and it's sucked in by Mkhitaryan. It's been ruled out. It's been ruled out. The Barca high line work there. Great delivery though, I must say, by Dumfries, who had a brilliant evening. Yeah, it was offside. Right decision by the linesman. Great finish though from Mkhitaryan. He was waving his finger there. He thought he was onside. Well, actually, will this one be looked again? The semi-automated VAR might be having a look at this one. I thought initially did look off. Well, quarter now to go here. It's going to be checked by VAR, so this one might stand. Quarter hour left. Are we about to have another piece of drama? And still being checked this. Still being checked. It looks like the check is over. And my eyes didn't deceive me. Mkhitaryan was offside. And now Barca take the quick free hit. So still 3-3 all here at the Olympic Stadium. Rafinha's infield pass takes deflection, controlled just over halfway by Taremi. Place it in front of him to Fratesi. Here's Bissek. He's onside on the right hand side. Back here for Dumfries. Infield, that's lovely link up between Dumfries and Fratesi. Dumfries into the box, Dumfries cuts in. Dumfries sets it up, and Taremi just has the ball taken away from him. Then Barella from the D volleys well wide of the target. The link up was brilliant, but maybe Dumfries should have gone for the shot himself. I can understand. He's probably thinking that moment, well, the striker and Taremi's the better option to go for. But it was easily read, that cut back from Dumfries to Taremi. Again, it was a telegraph pass which Garcia read with ease. Ball through the middle, headed away from Bissek. Hope forcing the centre circle from Fratesi and headed down. So just under quarter hour to go. What a breathless first leg this has been. Barca 3, Inter 3. It feels like might have another goal or two here at the Olympic Stadium in Barcelona. Yamal enters the box, now outside it. Yamal drifting towards the D. Was Yamal brought down? He was indeed. Free kick. In a good position here. Or Lamine Yamal to Lamine Yamal might be possible taker. Oh, I'll tell you what, the offside was extremely tight. Looking back at it, slightly his left foot was off, but there was nothing in that one at all. Extremely tight for that Mkhitaryan disallowed goal. So, free kick here for Barca. Edge of the area. Can they turn this game on its head and lead the tie for the first time? And referee making sure the interwall is in the right place. It's going to be Rafinha or Fermin Lopez to take this free kick. I do presume it will be Rafinha with the quality he has. So Rafinha composes himself already. So Rafinha, edge of the box to take the free kick. 10-point Rafinha through the wall, but save low down to his right by Jan Sommer. A nice whip on it from Rafinha. But Sommer got down to it. Now Gusto down line. Mkhitaryan turns just inside his half. Mkhitaryan, he kept in play. He's failed to do so. Throw for Barca. Well, Rafinha found the gap, but Sommer read it. So here's Kabasi. One touch to take it over halfway. Pau Kabasi. Short now for De Jong. De Jong has it back. Now Barca on the ball. It's Garcia trying to thread it in behind to Yamal. Cleared away though from Acerbi. And now Taremi combines with Mkhitaryan. Taremi heads it down. Thuram, lovely flick for Fratesi. Fratesi now out to left to Taremi. Here come Inter. On the left-hand side, good tackle there by Pedro. Back heels it through the legs of Taremi. Great tackle over Taremi to win it high. But then in the end, Mkhitaryan lost his balance inside the box. Here's Yamal. Yamal, dancing feet, great pirouette from him. And now here come Barca. Yamal tries to find Rafinha, well intercepted though for Bissek. And now Bissek trying to drive forwards. In the centre circle, Barella. Barella now finds Dumfries. Chesney races out of his box to clear away for a throw, and that was vital there. That Chesney got to the ball. But again, end-to-end stuff here at the Olympic Stadium. By the way, that pirouette from Yamal a moment ago, unbelievable to watch. But again, end-to-end up the other end. And Dumfries almost got behind. He's been absolutely brilliant tonight. Denzel Dumfries. Again, this has just been a fantastic game. It's one you really don't want to end. Well, thankfully, there's a second leg coming. Well, it looks to be very, very finely poised. Three-piece at the moment with 10 minutes to go into making a double substitution. Mateo Darmian and Piotr Zielinski will be the two players to come on. So first player off is Denzel Dumfries. And what a game he has had. It's a brilliant round of applause. He has got a double to his name, as well as an assist for Thuram's opener inside the first 30 seconds. Marcus Thuram, a frustrating evening, I must say, for Thuram, though I think his link-up play has been good, but again, his final product, though, key moments, has let him down at times. So Dumfries and Thuram off, and Darmian and Zielinski on. With just under 10 minutes to go here at the Olympic Stadium. Barca 3, Inter 3. Can we find a winning goal in this first leg of the semi-final? That semi-final played last night. PSG have the advantage going into Paris next week against Arsenal. Darmian throw flick from Fratesi. Foul throw from Matteo Darmian. So now throw for Barca to take on the left. Andreas Christensen coming on shortly for the home side. Here's Chesney. Chesney short for Araujo. Araujo being pressed. Back here for Chesney. Chesney whips it long. Header one there from Bastoni. Drops to Barella. Barella now lifts it down left hand side. Nice touch for Augusto. Augusto's crossed towards the back post. Too heavy though. Towards Fratesi. Now here's Barca. Martinez. Rafinha. Rafinha's pass. Cannons back off him from a deflection with Darmian. And that will be throw for Inter, so double substitution here for Barca. It looks to be, well, as I mentioned, Christensen will be coming on, but I think Gavi's the other player to come on as well. So here, just in front of halfway, Darmian takes, return to him. Darmian hits it, good tackle there from De Jong. Drops it for Martinez. And back here with Chesney. Chesney, and now is De Jong. Now Pedri. Just over halfway. Pedri, inside left. Rafinha tries to take on the stretch. Poor pass on Pedri, and then interception from Darmian comes back on Pedri. You have to say Pedri didn't cover himself in glory in that moment. Just making hard work of a simple pass. So, Pau Kabasi, and speaking of Pedri, he's also coming off. Overall, though, Pedri's had a great game, but you're probably thinking about the second leg a bit as well. Andreas Christensen and Gavi, as I mentioned a moment ago, the two to come on for Barcelona. Go for Inter, midway inside their half. Matteo Darmian to take. Darmian's throw. Bounce here for Christensen, heads it down. Good cut out there on the right hand side by Fratesi. Just round his man Lopez, but then Christensen, his first job is to cover and play it back to Szczesny. Here is Araujo. And now Frankie de Jong. 7 minutes of normal time to go. Barca 3, Inter 3 in this first leg. What a first leg it has been at the Olympic Stadium in Barcelona. De Jong out here to the left. Martinez and Rafinha link up. Now back here with De Jong. Level with the centre circle and plays it through it to Araujo. He goes short for Garcia. Yamal just behind into Garcia. Again, Barca playing simple football at the moment. Inter in a good shape. Can Barca try and break through it? De Jong. Out to Martinez. First time for Rafinha. Rafinha against Darmian. Rafinha out with his left foot. And infield from Garcia to De Jong. Just under 30 yards to go. Now sweeps out to the right hand side to Garcia. And that's Moutinho Mal. Can he create a bit of magic? They've quieted him down though this second half. Inter. It is Barca in the centre. Just over 30 yards and goal. Christensen into the feet of Martinez. Now Rafinha. Inter pin back here, but they won't mind that. They're in a good tight shape. Rafinha cross balls the back post, headed away there. And it looks to be a foul committed as well from Garcia. Slats into the back of Augusto. And that will be a free kick for Inter. Header well won there of Carlos Augusto. So a free kick here. Inter just taking that time over it on the left-hand side. Well, in the centre, to say really the box. With 5 minutes to go of normal time. Short from Sommer to Bastoni. Bastoni on the ball again. It is Sommer now. Sommer's pass almost cut out from Lopez inside the box, but just about found Mkhitaryan. And now a spin on the far side. Now it's a poor pass though towards Zielinski. And then cleared away from Barca for Rafinha's chase through the middle. Bissek just judged the bounce well enough. And now it is Bissek on the ball just behind halfway. Bissek plays it short. Pass too far in front of Bissek in the end. And was trying to link up with Darmian. Just couldn't quite pull it off, and now Barca in possession with Gavi. Short from Araujo. 4 minutes of normal time to play here at the Olympic Stadium in Barcelona. Barca 3, Inter 3. And you find that winning goal for this first leg. Gavi right-footed. And now Araujo goes short for Garcia. Here's Yamal. Yamal. Now tries to thread it through to Lopez, cut out from Darmian. And now Mkhitaryan links up well there. Now Augusto down the left-hand side, over halfway, still Augusto. Augusto needs a bit of support. Augusto holding the ball up, trying to turn, then just loses his balance. And it goes up for a Barca throw, and Simone Inzaghi just turns away frustrated. And now it is Barca just over halfway with De Jong. De Jong onto his right foot. Now to knock forwards into Ferran Torres. Torres edge of the box. Torres onto his right foot. Yamal scoops it towards the back post. It's off the other side of the bar. What a improvised finish that was from Yamal, but just couldn't quite go in. Then Darmian clears forwards. Back here with Barca. I think Yamal's been that's a cross, but it almost went in. Here is Gavi. Out to Yamal. Yamal cuts in. Still Yamal, square for Gavi. Inside the D, now turns away from Fratesi. De Jong out to Garcia. Yamal wants it. Now Lamine Yamal onto his left boot. Yamal rolls it in the centre for Christensen. Andreas Christensen. Short with his right boot. A couple yards behind him to De Jong. And now Yamal. Yamal, that 25 yards to goal, low shot blocked. Only as far as De Jong. De Jong turns away from Taremi in the middle. Squared for Christensen. Again, worked out to the left. Now infield for Martinez. Gavi puts the cross in. Cleared away at the back post by Augusto. Good defending from him. And Barca have it back just by the centre circle. 2 minutes of normal time left. Barca 3, Inter 3 in this first leg of the final semi of this week. Barella tackle, rolls into the feet of Martinez, now drags it back for Gavi. Gavi's cross intercepted, falls in the box of Martinez. Now leaves it for Rafinha. Rafinha tame cross, headed away from Acerbi. Flicked up for Barella, headed down for Taremi, can't find Fratesi. Inter can't get out their half here. Here is Barca, 25 yards and goal. The inside left, Lopez, back for De Jong. Now Yamal, inside right, poked ball to the box, cleared away in the volley by Matteo Darmian. And Inter just defended for their lives. They just want to go in to that second leg on home turf level. It is Barca in possession with Gavi. Ball over top from De Jong. Can he find Rafinha? Flicked out the box from Bissek. And then cleared on the bounce from Darmian. Out for a Barca throw. Last minute of normal time. This first half, Yamal didn't finish off the onside of the bar. I think he meant it as a cross. And there is Barca on the ball on the right hand side with Yamal. Yamal now tries to get on the outside of Augusto. Augusto stands up to the task and puts in a left-footed tackle. 40 seconds of normal time to go. Actually, who would think of Yamal last, it is a throw for Barca, taken from Garcia. And now De Jong in the middle for Christensen. Out to left to Martinez. 30 yards and goal. Short to Gavi. Christensen square in the centre circle. For Araujo. Here's Christensen in possession. Again. And to Gavi. Gavi square on as De Jong just in front of the centre circle. In the inter half. De Jong now plays it out to the right hand side. Can Yamal create a little bit more magic? Yamal's cross easily headed away though for Darmian. Volleyed further forward to Mkhitaryan lightly. Now Yamal gets onto the ball. Araujo just in front of halfway. We're into stoppage time. 3 minutes added on. And it's 3 goals apiece at the moment. Can we find a winner in this first leg? Now Yamal, inside right, just over 25 yards and goal. Again, Inter, everyone back here. De Jong to Rafinha. Rafinha lines up the shot. Rafinha's shot just over the bar. I think someone got a fingertip to it. And what a vital fingertip that was. My word, Rafinha can't half hit a ball. Lashed at it, laces of his left boot, and that was spiralling towards Sommer's top left-hand corner. Vital hand. He got onto that one. So corner to take on the right-hand side for Rafinha. Can Barca find a winner in this first leg? Rafinha's corner towards the back post. Header into the centre, flicked up into the air now. Garcia can't control and cleared away by Acerbi out to the right hand side. Only as far as Rafinha, midway inside the inter half, drills it diagonally. Araujo got caught on the ball. Martinez low ball in, cleared away by Darmian for a throw for Barca. Taken quickly to Fermin Lopez by Martinez. Drilled in for Lopez towards the back stick and too far away from Rafinha. And midway into 3 minutes of stoppage time. And it's still 3 apiece here in this incredible first leg at the Olympic Stadium in Barcelona. Lamine Yamal with the best chance, the best effort of this second half for Barcelona. Dinked effort with his right boot off the underside of the bar. Actually, an effort I'll compare it to. I don't remember 2012, Papi Cisse scored a goal for Newcastle against Swansea in the Premier League. It was his second one of the day in that one. It was a very sort of similar finish, that leaning back, I think attempting for a cross, but almost found the top corner. Barca have 45 seconds to try and find a winner as they come forward to the Inter. Top of the boy language, they're sticking for the draw this evening, and Barca have the ball just in front of halfway with Gavi. Back here for Christensen. Gavi, 30 seconds to go of stoppage time. Gavi square in the centre circle, just behind halfway is Araujo. Araujo plays it short to Garcia. And now Yamal. Again, Garcia's making an infield run. Yamal, can he find him? Yamal leaves it now for Rafinha. Rafinha's pass cut out, and he's fast Torres. Spin now, Yamal just edge of the box, tackled by Darmian. Back here for Sommer just to clear it as far away as possible. Rafinha run onto the ball, cushions header back and cleared out of play. There won't be time for the throw to be taken because there goes the full-time whistle on a breathless first leg here at the Olympic Stadium in Barcelona.